Okay, this is a topic I am pretty passionate about. It is how your favorite MMORPG that you've spent thousands of hours playing have let you down and could be so much better. I'm talking like the really popular ones like World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy, and BDL. Those classic style MMO fantasy games have such a great potential, but they lack player choice that they deserve. An MMORPG, I cannot say that word that easily. An MMORPG games. RPG stands for role play game. In these role play games, you usually have a role that you can choose. These popular games have taken that away from the player. Every player decision is usually predetermined to even the smallest detail. I'm hoping that in the future, games change to allow more player choice. Player's choice can be a major key feature of a game. A game that allows imagination to roam free is kind of what I'm talking about. Imagination of possible things in a game is like literally free content that not many companies take advantage of at all. Look, I'm just a silly VTuber. My brain with imagination thought of this character and I made it reality. Remember whenever you were a kid at school and all you could think about is when you get home, what's going to happen on the next level for the game? We get a new boss, maybe a new skill, or just a new anything at all. Well, as we gotten older, we've came to understand certain scenarios and possibilities for games. And sometimes you might even watch like a YouTube video and that surprise is gone. That your imagination isn't there anymore because the game has already been set out on a path for you. What if a game doesn't have a set direction anymore? I'm not talking about like free roam or procedural generation type of set gameplay. I'm more specifically talking about magic and skills. What if a player had free control of those type of abilities? The closest game to what I'm talking about would probably be Spellbreak. There could be other really good examples that I'm not aware of, but when it comes to MMOs, there isn't much of variety. And magic-based skills are pretty linear. Spellbreak is not an MMO though. It is a battle royale game that focuses on magic combat. This game is currently shelved, so there's not much more content to bring towards it, but it is a primary example of what I want to talk about. In Spellbreak, you're able to combine magic to make a unique spell. An example, a player creates a tornado. This tornado is just a classic tornado you're used to. But let's say if you throw a fireball in the tornado will then turn into a flame tornado, which is now not unique, but a different element. The symbol can be expanded to like putting ice on the ground. This ice, if you throw fire on the ice, it'll turn into water. But then if you throw fire again, it will turn into steam. It's like a buildup of magic, which is a very interesting system. Another way a lot of games can do to improve their player choice and skills would be altering the skill's basic function. Basic skills should be able to be altered and manipulated into like custom skills, and they could be considered intermediate or expert when you change them, but action and tap target could benefit from this change because this is a change of what your skills you're using and not the change of combat style. Let's say you want to change like an ice bolt. Maybe you can make it slower, faster, bigger, and smaller, or maybe even create multiple ice bolts. Maybe if you have such a huge variety in skill change, the core way the game is played could be altered. Like, if you can shoot an ice bolt but change the ice ball into something bigger, like an ice wall, and have that a projectile. You shoot a projectile that's an ice wall. Maybe the ice wall will block the path, preventing enemies from advancing, or the wall could be placed like a barrier and protect your teammates. There's all kinds of variety that you can do with slight changes to a skill that the core gameplay will be the same. There's an enemy that is kinda similar to what I was talking about. It's called Akashic Records of Bastard Magic Instructor. I believe episode 2. I'll have like a clip up showing you exactly what I mean. But on this episode, the instructor tells the students to pronounce the skill, well, not skill, but spell differently. Yeah, because since it's about magic, there's spells. And then this spell, because it's said differently, like if you pronounce the spell shorter, it does a different effect. If you pronounce the spell to be longer or say it longer, a now different effect will happen. Or you add different words in the spell, it will provide a complete different effect. It's kind of similar to what I'm talking about, but I'm hoping for a more intricate spell or skill when it comes to MMORPGs. In the end, I really do think MMORPGs can benefit from allowing players to change and alter and manipulate their skills. Let it be changing the skills shape and size, or have reactions with the environment or the elements themselves. These changes I really do think will improve games because it will give them more variety and more uniqueness to a character and how they play.